I'm back with some wonderful friends.
There we go.
I almost went up with it. Old,
Bess!
I just put it in. I've never cooked like this before.
and new. You've got a very naughty look about you. They all want my help in the kitchen.
If you don't mind me taking notes...
You've no time to make notes. You're going to
Okay.
be cooking.
Well, you want me to do it? This is the bit that frightens me.
Some,
And now we're cooking.
a little more than others.
Emergency.
So I've created fantastic new recipes. Sizzle, sizzle.
Whoever cooked that is sensational.
Oh, Mary.
Whether you call it dinner, supper, or tea,
I've got this.
these foolproof dishes will guarantee success every time.
Oh, you're like the fourth emergency service. I'm famished.
If there's one person that I can't get enough time with, it's my dear friend, Claudia Winkleman. From Strictly Come Dancing to The Traitors, Claudia is a force of nature on our screens. But she's not known for her culinary skills.
I'm off to meet the woman I love the most, Mary Berry.
I want to help her with recipes perfect for the weekend, when she'll have time to cook. Now, wait a minute, look at this. Your hair's all over everywhere.
I'm so sorry.
There we are.
All right. Are you going to make me cook something complicated? Because
I
we're going to
am.
have our first falling out.
Oh, we're not.
No.
Would we ever fall out?
Never.
No. Claudia's busy with filming, so we've come to a nearby cafe to cook. I think we've got a cushion.
Look at us.
But before all that, a little touch-up.
Shall I do your eyeliner, Mary? I'm joking.
A little trim on the fringe this morning.
Oh, no trim. I can't believe you're making me cook.
Of course we
But you know I'm rubbish. Why don't we just get a sandwich? That's foolproof. You know what's foolproof? Going to a shop.
We're going to do a couple of dishes, and they are dead easy.
Are you sure, though?
Shall we be positive?
Let's be grown-ups today.
We are.
Shall we, for the first time?
That sounds like a challenge. My very grown-up creamy mushroom, cheese and onion quiche is the ideal recipe to start with.
Let's eat one of these. Are we making...
That's a chestnut mushroom.
It's delicious. Have one.
Yeah, I've already been indulged. So to start with, we're going to put the heater on.
Look, it's like we're camping, Mary.
Olive oil. Then in goes the onion.
Shall I use a wooden spoon, Mary?
Now, I always use these because they go into the corner of the pan and you can scrape them off.
All right.
Whereas that one, that's the sort that my mother would have had, and I use that for other things. I'm ignoring that. Back to frying the onions. And you don't want to burn it. It wants to be a lovely golden brown.
OK.
So we'll turn the heat down.
OK.
Put the lid on.
OK.
And then that steam will help to cook the onion. To make the delicious quiche filling, start by breaking a couple of eggs and season them. And then the cream goes in that, and that's proper double cream.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
You're relaxed about that. That's not
love
too
it.
creamy.
It's delicious.
What's that green frond?
That's lovely chopped parsley. So you can put that in now.
All of it?
All of it. And then half that cheese. A full-flavoured, mature cheddar. Do you wish your mother was looking at you now?
Yes, I do.
She wouldn't believe it, would she?
She would be in shock.
We've managed to get the filling made without disaster.
Look at us, Mary.
And if you can brush that with a little oil. And the good news for Claudia is that this quiche doesn't have a pastry base.
I don't believe in pastry. I don't understand what it is.
Well, I have a foolproof trick which I know she'll love. Instead of having pastry, we're going to put a wrap.
Yes, I like this.
And it's got to be big enough to just go up the sides a bit. Press it down and then push the sides all the way around.
Am I going to scallop it?
Well, you could do what you like with it.
I'm going to pinch it, Mary.
And
Press
it does go in, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Mind you don't get your hair or your fringe in it.
That's OK. It adds to the flavour. Hold on. Like that. Are you pleased with me, Mary?
What about there? That's right up to the side, so press that in.
I didn't realise you were going to be quite so strict.
Now, have a look and see how our onion is doing. That is just perfect. Can you see it's taking a tinge of light brown?
Yes.
Now we're going to add the mushrooms to that.
OK.
Come on, you're in charge. Throw in the chestnut mushrooms for a couple of minutes. Pepper and salt. They will soon release their distinct nutty flavour.
Ow! That got a bit
perfect.
hot.
Well, I can pick that up.
I know, don't. Yeah, but don't.
No, but I'm tough.
I know, but don't be brave.
Why not?
Don't be... Mary, don't make me actually hurt you because I'm holding a spatula.
Now we're nearly ready. Can you put the mushrooms and the onion in? Right.
Mary,
You're
this
doing
is
well.
foolproof.
Now, it wasn't difficult, was it?
Well, yeah, but we don't know, no offence, what it's going to taste like.
Have faith, Claude. Topped with the rich cheese and parsley mix.
Oh!
It's going to be a knockout. That's it. And then we put the cheese on top. There you are. That was half the cheese. Now it just needs to cook. Off you go.
Can you imagine if I tripped now?
Into the cafe's oven. Steady hand.
Yep, steady.
Thanks. At 180 fan for 25 to 30 minutes. Just enough time for a coffee break.
I love a cheese and onion quiche. And when I was little, if I'd done something right or I did very well in my spelling test, my mum used to make me a quiche. And her favourite story is Wend, who's her best friend. Wend phoned her up, and apparently I picked up the phone, and she was like, "Hi, is Mummy there?" And I said, "Mum can't come to the phone. She's making me a very important quiche."
How lovely. Time's up. That's another very important quiche ready for the taking. Now it's going to be very hot.
I've got this. All right. Mary, that looks good.
We did it.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, and you're my friend, so I can say this. I had my doubts.
Did you really?
Well, it looked both wobbly and eggy.
You've got faith. My foolproof tips don't stop with the recipe. Watch this. Sit that on top of that. You don't need
On
that.
top of the plant pot.
Yep. That's it.
Ah!
It should sit.
No, this is going to fall.
Let it down.
What do you mean?
Let the ring go down.
Have you been drinking?
Chance will be a fine thing.
Oh,
There
now
we are.
that's charming. Look
It's
at
all
us.
right, isn't it?
The end.
Come back, you've got to taste it. Speedy, cheesy, creamy quiche. Perfect for the weekend. And so easy, I'm sure Claudia will manage it.
That is delicious.
It's good, isn't it?
There's a crunch at the bottom.
Good.
It feels crisp. This is a brilliant recipe from your brain.
But wait a moment.
Yeah.
Will you really do it?
I
And
promise
and I
you.
want the truth, because I know
promise you
as
I'm
a,
going
as
to
a
do it.
traitor, you don't always tell the truth.
I promise you. It's so good.
Well, that's a wrap. Come on.
Come on.
Pub,
Yeah. Pub, let's do shots. We're very clever.
aren't we?
We made a quiche.
That was a light meal. But the weekend is also about indulgence. This wonderful recipe is so foolproof, it could even tempt a reluctant cook like Claudia. This is my idea of a Saturday night special. A roasted rack of lamb, roasted vegetables, and a mint dressing. What could be better? Drizzle olive oil over seasoned chopped peppers, squash, and onions. And then I'm just going to give those a turn so that they're all coated. And what I like about this, it's all in one tin. Less washing up. Then into the oven for 15 minutes at 200 fan while I crack on with the lamb. I really love a rack of lamb. It is so succulent and delicious when beautifully cooked. And then when it comes to carving it, you just cut through each bone here and everybody gets a couple of chops. A foolproof way to get the perfect finish is to score the fat so it renders down. And you can imagine when that gets all crispy, it looks very good. And now to the garlic. So make an incision right down into the lean part of the meat and take a slither of garlic and push it down as far as it will go. Tuck it right in so it won't burn and the lamb is infused with flavour. That's it. Then into the pan, fat side down, This will ensure it crisps up nicely and the lamb holds in all its flavour. So that's done. It's all beautifully brown. Finishing it off in the oven will keep it succulent, allowing its rich juices to soak into the veg. And tuck the bones down. Don't leave them up in the air because they might hit the shelf and also they will burn, so point them down. Just a little salt over the top there, dash of pepper, and back in the oven for 15 minutes. Claudia's not the only one with childhood memories when it comes to dinner, or supper, as my mother called it. When I was a child, it was very often roast lamb for Sunday lunch, and I would be sent out, even if it was raining, to pick the mint and then take all the leaves off. And Mum had a gadget, which was a lot of little wheels, and you pushed it, and it all different ways, and it cut up the mint. And, you know, when that smell came, you thought, won't be long till we have our roast dinner. This mint sauce has an extra special kick. Add chopped mint to white wine vinegar, caster sugar and olive oil. And the secret ingredient, a punchy dollop of Dijon mustard. Mash that down, and then a couple of tablespoons of water. That's it. And you just want to warm that. Leave the sauce over a low heat and check on the lamb. It smells wonderful. So rest the lamb for about 10 minutes. It sets the juices and makes it more tender. That's just enough time to stir in some fresh spinach. And just turn it until it's wilted. Never heard of, when I was first cooking, of wilting. It was, you know, you were tired, you wilted. Add in half the aromatic mint dressing. Quick stir. Infusing the veg with its delightful mustard punch. And now I'm going to carve the meat. That looks really good. Just look at that. Absolutely perfect. Gosh, that looks good. I can't resist. Wow. That was oh so good, really delicious. What a wonderful way to spoil the ones you love. We all have so many memories about the food that we grew up with. I want to hear more about Claudia's family traditions. So for you, is it dinner, supper, tea, high tea? What happens in your family?
Can you imagine? Just like to see your face if I went, do you know what, for us it is high tea. No, it's not. Do you know what we have? At the weekends, we have lappa, which is half lunch, half supper. And we have that at...
I knew you'd be different.
Like at 4 o'clock, like a massive, either a roast or a huge lasagna or a curry. So we like lappa.
I know you rather well, and there's one vegetable that you don't like.
Well, I tell you why. It's the vegetable that you love, and that is the celeriac. Are we making celeriac?
I love celeriac. I know.
I don't know what to do with you.
I'm not going to do it.
How many years did we work together? 100. And you would always, for lunch, go, do you know what? I'm ready for some celeriac soup, which would be like gloop.
I can promise there's no celeriac in sight today. The next recipe is one that we'll both adore.
Right. OK. I don't even know what this is.
It's a glorious, creamy chicken orzo. So simple to make and perfect for your weekend lupper.
What do we do?
Shall we get down to business? Start by seasoning the chicken.
I like putting it on and then you put it in the pan, there's a slight hiss.
There's going to be quite a big hiss because we've been faffing about a bit.
Faffing?
That's it, pepper.
Having fun, Mary.
Right, in it goes. Is this the sort of food your family like?
Absolutely. If I came home and said, I'm making a quiche and tomorrow making chicken orzo, they would take my temperature.
It will take a few minutes to cook the chicken through. Tip that out onto the plate.
OK. Smells very chickeny.
fry off an onion with chestnut mushrooms and add some white wine.
How much?
Go on, I'll tell you when to stop. No, that's pathetic. That's just about right.
Oh, that smells like a boy I once kissed.
Only
He was
once?
called Mats. Yeah, it only happened the once. He was in Norway. Strong arms, Mary, and that's all I'm saying.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I'll tell you after. Yeah.
Right, that is just the
My first kid
alcohol.
looks like him. Continue.
It's on full. Come on, Claude, back to business. In goes some baby spinach. Then some sour cream.
Sour cream?
Absolutely.
Oh, you're fine. I've never cooked like this before. I just put it in.
In it
Willy-nilly.
Woo! That's it. Pop the chicken back into the pan to soak up those gorgeous flavours.
That smells so good.
What makes this dish foolproof is we're using orzo pasta. It looks a bit like rice, doesn't it? Look.
Yes.
It's a dream to cook, and you'll end up with a lupper to rival risotto, but without the fuss.
I've always seen it in recipes, but have been scared. I thought it might go gloopy.
It doesn't. Boil it in lots of salted water and then drain it.
OK.
And here it is, magically already done.
Oh, clever you.
In it goes.
I can't believe how quick this whole thing is.
Top with parmesan and add a good squeeze of lemon. Sharpens it up, that's good.
Lovely.
Underneath.
This looks amazing. Is that done, Mary?
That's foolproof orzo chicken.
I knew you were a genius.
Just a minute, you have done it.
No, I haven't done it. I stood next to you. I can cook if you're next to me. If I can come and live with you and Paul, I'll bring the dog, the kids, the husband, my mum and dad, if you're all right with that.
Oh, well, we'll do double the quantity. There we are.
That looks good. Cheers.
Cheers.
That is delicious. I will live off this. Quiche for breakfast, this for lunch and supper. Thank you, Mary.
It is good.
Come on.
I'll take the wine with us. Don't want to waste, do we?
We don't even need your glass.
The sun's out, and Claudia loves a lazy weekend stroll round the shops.
I like discussing what we're going to eat later morning, and he was quite taken with you.
I'm pleased to see she's just as tempted as me by a delicious display.
Look at all of the different tomatoes.
And they look just so tempting, don't they?
Look at that one with all the stripes on him.
That's a wild strawberry, isn't it?
Is it? What do you call those? Butternut squash.
I love butternut
Right up
squash.
your street.
Well, up my street, like celeriac.
So I feel like we've been very healthy just looking
Far
at
too
this.
healthy,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go in and get some crisps. Come on.
A little reward for my star pupil.
Prawn cocktail, please.
Speaking of prawns, I have a wonderful recipe which is nearly as quick as opening a bag of crisps. Seafood salad is perfect when you want something extra special for the weekend, yet you don't want to spend a lot of time making it. And I've got a pickle to go with. It's the sort of thing they do in Scandinavia, and I think it's very good to add that extra flavour. To pickle the veg, add caster sugar and vinegar to a pan and bring it to the boil for a minute until the sugar has dissolved. And then to add the various vegetables, first the shallots, and then half a bulb of fennel, cucumber, season it with some salt, leave it to get cool for a minimum of 15 minutes, longer if you can. That's all the cooking. Now bring it together, starting with a bed of lettuce. I'm now going to take some prawns. I find it easier to do them in piles, and then people can help themselves from each pile. These are delicious cooked tiger prawns. Then add luscious crab meat. Beautiful white crab. And so I've got some hot smoked salmon here. If you're not familiar with it, it doesn't need any more cooking. But the difference from just ordinary cooked salmon or poached salmon is that it has that lovely smoky flavour. Pile it high, it'll look better. And for an extra touch of luxury, some smoked salmon. This is something I love doing, creating a picture. Boiled eggs bring a splash of colour. Then garnish with mint and fennel. That took merely minutes. Even if you're scared of cooking, you can't go wrong. And all it needs is a dressing. First of all, I've got some sun-dried tomato paste. That gives a great colour as well as a good flavour. Lemon juice. I'm just mixing that before I add the oil. And that's olive oil. Finally, strain the pickled vegetables, reserving the sweet vinegary liquid to mix into the dressing with a little pepper and salt. And now to dress the salad. It's a real showpiece, this, isn't it? This looks as though you've gone to an enormous amount of trouble, but in fact it was very easy to assemble. And that pickle took 5 minutes to make. Right, which am I going for first? Have a prawn? Delicious, delectable, perfect. Whatever wonderful meal you serve, everybody's always eager to see what's for pudding.
Look at these.
Beautifully displayed.
Yeah, but you are the queen of cake. No offence to these cakes. What is that cake?
This is a spinach and coconut cake.
Spinach and coconut? Yeah.
Precious.
About your eyes, Mary, about your eyes. Come on.
Whether it's a cake or something chocolatey, every family does it differently.
Can I tell you something? So we only use your cookbooks, and we made biscuits, we made shortbread. And we followed your recipe, and what I loved, 4 ingredients, minimal, not, oh, you need this and you need that and you need to go to... And they were so delicious. When you were little, what did your mum used to cook? What was a treat?
It was wartime, and so sugar was short.
Yeah.
And Mum used to say that if we didn't have sugar in our teas, she would save that sugar and make the odd pudding or cake. And always she used to make it small. Well, when it came to ration goods, she made the most of them. What would my mother have made of my next indulgent sweet recipe? This is a rich and very naughty chocolate tart that doesn't need to go into the oven. Now that is foolproof. My first tip is not to butter the base of the tin. I've got non-stick paper, a bigger circle than the actual tin, and I just put that in, fix it with the spring form, and that won't move. It stays quite firm. This little trick will make it easy to serve later. Start by melting 135 grams of chocolate with 100 grams of butter and 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. Mix that together, and because the chocolate's hot, the butter will melt straight away, and it gives it a great shine. Well, you can see it's very luxurious. Now for the crunch. 165 grams of Nice biscuits. Now, these are not the digestive biscuits that we so often use, and instead of bashing it with a rolling pin, I'm just going to break it into little pieces like this. It's a bit like Rocky Road. Coat the biscuits with the melted chocolate. I want to keep nice chunky pieces, and it's lovely when you come through the base of the mousse to have these little white pieces. Then I'm going to tip that into the base. And then just spread that just up to the edge, not firmly up the sides. It smells lovely and chocolatey. Give it 30 minutes to chill. Now for the topping. Beware, it makes an awful row. Whiz 180 grams of chocolate to a fine powder. Then gently pour in a light sugar syrup that's been brought to the boil. It will melt the chocolate instantly. That is absolutely perfect. It coats the back of a spoon, just as I want it to be. And here's a real treat, some velvety Irish cream liqueur. This is sheer luxury. There's 4 tablespoons. That's it. There are no eggs in this recipe. Instead, fold the mix into some lightly whipped cream to create the mousse. Little at first. It's going in beautifully. That's it. Then the rest. Delicious. Just going to scrape down in there so we get every drop in. You can't have a bit of runny chocolate, can you? And just go on folding that in until it's all one colour. The mousse is now ready to go onto the chilled base. Gently peel away the paper. Then put it back into the tin, a clever way to ensure the chocolate base doesn't stick when serving. So now, ready to pour this lovely boozy mousse. It's going round like a ribbon. That's it. Chill in the fridge overnight, but if you're very eager to eat it, just pop it in the freezer. That's it. Lift that up, and then it'll come off so easily. Look at that. Decorate with whatever you like. I'm using shop-bought truffles for a little glamour. Now for the finishing touch. This is an absolute knockout. Very decadent, something to have as a real treat. The real sweet treat for me has been spending time with Claudia. You're an absolute star, and you're a cook now.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to make both those dishes.
Well, I've just made something for you.
What?
Stay there.
OK. Shall I cover my eyes?
No, you just stay there.
OK. Oh! Stop! What is this?
It's a tart, very, very rich.
And I could say Mary made it.
That's right.
You are amazing. Thank you.
What a joy to share some recipes with my dear friend. Together we've created dinners, suppers, or even luppers, perfect for long, lazy weekends. I just hope she likes the chocolate finale.
Mary, I've had a bite of your tart, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I really want you to consider it because I can walk the dogs, and I'm chatty, but hopefully not too chatty. But will you marry me? I will wait for your reply. Just text me.
Next time, it's all about wildlife with Hamza Yassin. I almost went up with it. Teaching him simple recipes. Is that garlicky enough for you?
Oh, that's amazing.
That he can share with loved ones.
If I don't get a message after this, I think the problem's with me.